Welcome to Pilates Flow. We are going to get started with a little warm up, but first let's just stand tall on our feet, press your feet down into the floor, little bend in your knees, put your hands on your tummy, and close your eyes, reaching the crown of your head up to the ceiling. And just start with some long, deep breaths. Every exhale, try to drop a little tension out of the tops of your shoulders. And just let your belly expand on the inhales, and then notice how it retracts back to the midline as you exhale deeply. Big breath in, and softening the shoulders as we exhale. Couple more. Taking the air all the way out. Last one. And exhale it all out to the very end of the breath. And then let your arms drop, open your eyes, and nod the chin. Look to your right shoulder and start your neck circles, letting the chin float up and around. Gentle, gentle on this first one. Over to the left shoulder, drag the chin across, look to the right, and keep going through, up and over. Just waking up all the joints in our neck. Let's go over to the left. Eardrops, glide across the ceiling. Look right. And finishing with your chin to chest, letting your head float up. And let's bend our elbows and move through a nice flowy shoulder blade circle. So we're just going to try to mobilize that upper back while gliding the shoulder blades around, going up to the ears, squeezing it back, pulling it down, bringing it around. Trying to stay in your happy place, no pinching. And let's go into our arm circles forward. Start to really connect with your abdominals now. Draw inwards just a little, making your spine longer and taller. Big open circles. Again, staying in your happy place, not in any pinchy, sore spots. Avoid those. And let's go backwards, watching the rib cage. Trying to avoid any major swaying through the body. Awesome. Letting that go. We're into our side bends, side to side. Both arms are long, and we just tip over side to side. Imagine your belly button sitting right in the center. Reaching through both arms. And can you think about that space between your shoulder blades? Making sure you're getting a little bit of mobility there as well. All right, letting that go. Shake it all off. We're going into our first forward fold. Nod your chin. And gently rolling down, keeping that bend in the knees. Just take your time here. Head leads, shoulders follow. Drawing up and through the abdominals, up and in. Coming into your first forward fold. Just breathe into the back of the legs. Breathe into your lower back. And let's exhale. Scoop in the belly and stand tall. Stacking your spine. Head and shoulders are the last thing to come up. Get really tall here and then nod the chin. We're going back down, hollowing out through the front of the body, puffing up through the back of the body. When we get down to the bottom here, you're going to grab each elbow with your hands. And we're just going to gently sway side to side. Breathing deeply. See if you can release your neck. And let your neck grow a little longer here. Staying connected in the abdominals. And let's let those hands drop down. Find your shins, find a halfway lift and reach the spine really, really long. Squeeze the shoulder blades on your back. Hold here. Just notice your hamstrings. Can you find your abdominals in this position? And then let's soften everything. Exhale. One more time, hands to the shins, pushing back, reaching the spine long. Big breath here. Holding and thinking about your mid-back extending and folding and softening. Let's ragdoll up. Belly scoops in. We're almost done warming up. I just want to do a little rotation. Let's get really solid through the center and sweep across. So we want to make sure this is really purposeful. We're not swaying too much or swinging through our lower backs. The hips and abdominals are the anchor in the center. And let's finish there. Come into your chair pose. We're getting nice and warm in the legs here. I'm going to work our legs a little bit before we hit the mat. So while we're here, we're breathing. Every exhale, pick up your toes. Inhale, put down the toes. Exhale, picking them back up. Inhale, placing them all back down. One more time, exhale, toes up. And inhale, toes down, hands to heart center. Drop the shoulder tension, reach the spine, draw up through the lower abdominals. We're going to be tapping out with our right leg. So we're going to keep all the weight in our left leg. We're tapping out to the side and bringing it back. Same side again. Let's exhale as we push that leg out just beside you. Trying to stay nice and centered here. Keep the spine long. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come to center. Find that chair. Equal weight in the feet and stand tall. Shaking that off. Notice the difference between your two legs. We're going right back down to chair for the left side. So we're going to tap out on our exhale, pull in. Tap out, pull in. Notice the tug of war between your tailbone and the top of your head here. And let's see if we can make our neck a little longer. 5 more. 5, 4. The standing leg is bent. 3, 2, and 1. Come to center and stand tall. We're going to start to move into some side-to-side squats, and it looks like this. We come down, lower, come to center, come over, lower, and come to center. And let's we'll sort of swing our arms. So hands to heart center as you squat out. Arms swing beside you as you stand tall. And back. It's a nice wide squat. My feet are turned out ever so slightly, but it's totally optional. If yours feel better parallel, just go with that. Coming down as low as you can comfortably. Now every time we lower into this squat, think about that lowering and think about lifting through the tummy. As you go down, the tummy goes up. The spine stays nice and long. And let's do 2 more on each side. Big exhale as you stand. remember we're doing 2 more. I think we did them, but I just lost count. Surprise, surprise. And coming tall. Standing tall, we're gonna bring the right leg up to a bent position. We're balancing on the left leg, really squeezing that left glute. Arms come together, elbows together. We're gonna exhale as we open the leg and the arms into cactus. Inhale as we come back. Exhale, open, and inhale back. So we wanna lengthen the neck and squeeze the back of the shoulders here. Inhale, exhale, open. Really stand through your standing leg. Push it into the floor. Like you're trying to push the floor away from you. Awesome balance, you guys. And open. And back. And let's do 4 more. 4, squeeze the hip back, open the shoulders. 3, 2, nice work. Last one. We're gonna come to the center, step back into a lunge. Both knees are bent. And stand tall, bring that knee up. And step back. And stand tall. Yes, that left hip should be burning. And stand tall. And down. And up. Whew, challenging our balance. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, powerful in that standing leg. 2, whew. And last one, stand tall, let that go, shake it off. Notice the difference between the 2 legs. One is really warm. We're gonna put all the weight into our right foot, bringing that left leg up to a bent position. Really stand tall, find the glute on the right side. Arms come together, and we exhale, open. Inhale back, and again, and back. So notice how the trunk of your body is staying exactly the same here. We're just moving the arms and legs around, but the trunk isn't changing shape as we move. The ribs are staying right over the hips. And back. Can you push the floor away with that standing leg just a little more? And last 4. 4, 3, and 2. Squeeze it back. And last one. Bring your hands to heart center. Step back into your lunge. Left leg goes back. And we stand tall. And we step back. And pull up tall. Really activate that right glute. You could swing your arms if that makes you any more balanced. Nice work. Let's do 4 more here. Big exhale, 3, 2, and last one. Whoa, just about didn't make it. I looked down, letting that go, shaking it off. Come to the end of your mat. Let's nod the chin and roll down, forward fold. Just enjoying this stretch downwards. Nice halfway lift, press into the shins, reach the spine again, nice and long. And let's exhale, forward fold. And walk our way out to our first plank. If you need to put one knee down, you can do that, keeping everything else the same. We're hanging out here, lifting through the abdominals with every breath. Reaching energy through the heels, squeezing the glutes. Let's sway the weight forward just a little bit through the shoulders. Exhale that energy through the heels back. Inhale, sway forward. Exhale, press back through the heels. 3 more times. Exhale, keep the hips high, abdominals on. Last 2. And last one. Hold. And then lower your knees, take a shell stretch. Nice big breaths here. We're going to be on our knees for a little while here, so if you like to pad up the knees, grab your cushion now. I'm going to grab one for myself. So we're going to do some Pilates push-ups with our knees down, and we're going to keep the lower legs down as well. So I like to walk my hands about a couple inches farther than just under the shoulders. So not directly under your shoulders here. Walk them out forward just a little bit, okay? And your elbows here are going to go down on a slight angle. So they're not directly beside the body, they're just slightly out on an angle, okay? We're going to keep our spine really long, and we're going down to a count of 3. So in Pilates, they would say inhale for 3, exhale, push up. But I'm just going to suggest that you breathe however feels strongest for you. So we're going to go down for 3, 2, 1, exhale, press. Now this motion can be as small or as big as you feel comfortable. We want to be in control of the shape of our torso here. 3, 2, 1, exhale, press. And everything stays the same shape. 3, 2, 1, exhale, press. We're lifting through the lower, mid, and upper abdominals. Exhale, press. The head stays in line with your spine. 3, 2, 1, exhale, press. And again, 3, 2, 1. Keep reaching through the spine. And 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Think about your shoulder blades on your back. Squeeze them back. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. Sit into your shell stretch. Take a moment. Big breath in and out. And then we're going to make our way back to our square all fours. So now bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Let's take the left leg and reach it out behind us. Flexing the foot like you're sending a lightning bolt of energy through your leg, out the sole of your foot. And then let's bend the right arm up to floating in a W or a V shape. We're going to do single arm breaststroke here, staying nice and square. Inhale as you reach the arm up. Exhale as you pull it to your side. Bend the elbow, reach, exhale, pull. Let's dig our fingertips in on the standing arm. Reach, exhale, pull around. Squeeze that shoulder blade. The belly button stays exactly where it is. Bending the elbow, reach, exhale, pull it around. 3 more. Keep reaching through that leg, nice and solid. Last 2. Collecting the abdominals with every exhale. And letting that go, finding our shell, taking a deep breath. We're coming back out to that push-up position. We're going to do 10 more push-ups. And then we'll do the other side. So send the hands out away from you just a little bit. Reach your spine and really find all of your abdominals here, okay? And keep them with you as you lower. We're going down. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. Use your entire palm of your hand. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. And again. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press. 3, 2, 1, and press. Dig in the fingertips, use the whole hand. Press. We have 5 more. And press. Press. Last 3. Keep reaching the neck long. Last one. Press it all up. Check that your abdominals are still with you, and then find your shell stretch. Breathe into the low back, breathe into the shoulders. And we're coming back up square. This time the right leg reaches back behind you. Nice and solid and parallel, keeping the kneecap facing down. The left arm bends up to float. And we're going through that breaststroke motion. Inhale as you reach it up. Exhale, engage those underarm muscles and pull it to your side. Imagine you're pushing it through water here. Can you make your neck a little bit longer? And recruit the lowest abdominals that you have. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Keep reaching through that leg. Let's do 4 more. Nice and solidly anchored by your center. Last 2. Increase the space between the ear and the shoulder. And letting that go, taking your shell stretch. And we're making our way down to our tummy. So you can get rid of that pad under your knees if you had one. And come all the way down until you're on your tummy. Let your head rest on your hands. And just wiggle your hips until you're comfortable. Just for a minute here, we'll let our feet turn out. But then for this first exercise, we have to bring them back parallel. Just notice your ears and your shoulders and try to set those shoulders down just a little bit more. And let's bring the legs parallel so your kneecaps are facing down. We're going to bend the right knee and then turn on a lot of energy into the left leg. So the left leg becomes part of your anchor here. The foot of the right side is showing up to the ceiling. And we're going to exhale, lift that knee up just a little bit. It's barely going to move. We're lifting that thigh up as much as we can and lowering on the inhale. Exhale, pushing the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. And inhale down. Now this is going to be a really tiny motion, but it's going to take a lot of energy. Keep that left leg turned on. And exhale as you lift the knee just an inch or so. And lower. And lift. And lower. Big exhale. Check in with your abdominals, check in with your shoulders. 3 more. 2. And last one. Lower the knee, let the leg go long. We're still working with the right side here. We're going to reach through that leg. Float it up, now it's long. We're gonna tap it out to the side and bring it back in. Continuously reaching through the leg. So again, not a very big motion. We don't have a ton of extension in the hip, and our leg is long and heavy. So we're moving from the hip here, tapping out to the side, just breathing deeply. And pulling it back to center. Keep reaching through both legs and lengthen your neck. And let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Release that and just notice the difference between the 2 legs. Wiggle your hips. You should feel quite a lot of warmth, sort of right where the hamstring meets the glute. And now we're going to switch it over to the left side. So turn the leg on the right, becomes part of your anchor. Exhale as you hover the left knee just an inch. And lower with control. Exhale up. But as that leg is lifting, your belly button is lifting as well. And down. And up. It's really small. If you're feeling your low back here, just minimize the height a little bit. Think about reaching energy through the kneecap. And let's do 4 more. Can you still find your abdominals? Last 2. And last one. Letting that go, let the leg go long. Notice the difference between the legs. And we'll go into that long-legged movement. Keep both legs turned on here. Lift through the tummy. Feel some connection with the glutes. And then we tap the left leg out to the side and pull it in. Exhale as you go out. Inhale as you pull it back to the center. And let's do 4 more. It's a small movement, but you should be feeling lots of warmth where your hamstring meets the glute. Last 2. Letting that go, releasing, and let's push into our shell stretch. And then we're going to come down onto the right side. You're going to place your forearm down on the floor. And we're going to hang out here in this side plank. But we're going to keep our bottom knee down and take the top leg long. So just take a look down and make sure that you've got your hips lined up with your shoulders, so they're not too far behind you and they're not ahead of you. And we're going to try to come up into our side plank like this, okay? So when we lift the hips, I'm pushing down into this top foot. I'm pressing down with my underarm muscles. This is a tricky position. If it doesn't work for you, take your top hand and help by pushing down, okay? We're going to hold it down. So let's come back down all together. Set your shoulder, reach your neck, and let's exhale, lift up, squeeze your glutes, draw your belly button in, and let's hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, take a second. Releasing that. Okay. Now from here, if you want to take the challenge, you can bring your bottom foot down long as well, or keep the knee bent, either one. Okay, it's lots of work either way. From here, take a breath. Let's come back up, lifting the hips. Find your abdominals, find your glutes. We're holding. Reach your neck. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lowering down. Whew. And we have one more. We're going to move with this one, so it's more dynamic. So we're going to come up and down, little tiny pulses for 10. And then I'll lead you through it. Okay, so let's press up into that side plank. Really use those underarm muscles. Recruit your lats here. And we're going up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, nice work, 2, 1, let that go. Coming down to our sides, so we're going to bring the head down, and you have options. If you have a pillow right there, grab it and throw it under. If not, just use your arm as a pillow, or your arm can go long like this, whatever feels best for your shoulder, okay? And then from here, we're going to make both legs quite long and reach them out straight out of the hips. We're going to do one-way scissor. So when we scissor the legs, the bottom one goes forward and the top one goes back. And really the top one is the one that we're focusing on. The bottom one's going to go forward no matter what, okay? So let's inhale, hover the legs up. Exhale, the top leg goes back. Inhale, they come together. Exhale, top leg back. Inhale, together. I'm using my top hand for a little bit of balance, and I'm reaching through my toes. You could point your toes if that feels good, or a neutral foot is fine too. And let's reach through the spine. Exhale, the top leg goes back. And back in. They meet in the middle and then they go apart. Always the same direction. Can we find our abdominals and bring them in more? Big exhale. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and we're not going to quit on 1. Let's do 1 more. Out, bring them in. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lower gently. Exhale, come right back up. Double leg lift. Inhale, lower. Squeeze your inner thighs and lift. And lower. Continue to reach through the legs. And let's do 4 more here. 4, 3, keep reaching, keep squeezing. 2, and last one. Letting that go. Shaking it off. Let the top leg come forward for a second and just let that release through the side. And we're going to go onto our back before we do the other side. So just coming right over onto your back. And let's take the right leg the right leg long, and the left foot stays bent and planted, and our hands will go behind our head, clasping behind the head. We're going to start with just some regular ab preps here. So your pelvis is neutral. You're going to draw down just a little through the belly button, and let's nod the chin and flex up to look at our feet. Inhale as we lower, exhale as we flex up. Think about drawing your armpits towards your hips. So we exhale as we flex to peek at the toes. Inhale, we lower with control. 2 more. And now we're going to add the long leg flexes right to the height of the opposite knee as we flex up. Inhale, everything goes to the floor. Exhale, we flex up. We're reaching through that long leg to keep our lower back from getting too shortened up. We want to keep a long lower back here, nice and neutral. And they're moving at the exact same pace. So as your leg is coming to the floor, your head should be coming to the floor. Exhale up, inhale down. Can you reach through that leg just a little more? You could point your toe and reach, or keep a neutral foot. And let's do 3 more. Think about your rib cage dropping down. 2. We're nice and neutral. And 1. Letting that go. And bring the arms down for a sec. Shake your shoulders and switch legs. So let's start with just the ab preps. Lengthen out the neck. Drop the shoulders. Think about the back of your rib cage dropping into the floor just a little. And let's exhale, flex up and look at your toes. Inhale back. Big exhales. And notice how your upper spine is mobilizing, your lower spine is staying the same. 2 more. Great. We add the leg here. Nod the chin. Exhale deeply. Bring the leg up, flex up. Inhale, reach everything back. Really push down through your right foot. And can you isolate your middle back and notice how it's peeling off the floor and then placing itself back down. And let's do 3 more. Two. And 1. Nice work. Let your legs both go long. Do a big stretch. Big breaths in and out. And let your arms go out wide. And let's come through some windshield wipers side to side. Just opening up the hip flexors a little bit. And then we're going to come into a little bit of imprint work. We'll bring ourselves into our imprint and bring the legs to tabletop. And then our arms are going to float up, palms in, and they're going to come slightly overhead. We're going to nod through the chin, set your shoulders down, and as you exhale, flex up, reaching the hands past your hips. And then inhale as we lower back. So we really want those obliques working hard here to keep your ribs and hips connected, because as those arms go over, the ribs are going to try to pop away. Big exhale, inhale back, and let's add an extension of the legs as we flex up, and then a bend as we return. So we're ending up in our hundreds position. Nice and short through the obliques. Can we bring the belly button down just a tiny bit more? And let's pause here. We're going to go into our hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can bend your knees if you need to. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's flex up a little higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 3, 2, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little higher. 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees. Release your head and hug your knees in. Nice work. One last thing in imprint. Let's bring the legs back to tabletop. Open up the arms. And we're just going to do tiny, tiny little pull-ins of the knees. With our deep exhale, we're going to address low abdominals, pelvic floor here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, draw the knees towards the chest. It's only going to be an inch or two. Think about lower abdominals and pelvic floor. Inhale, they tip back out. Exhale, they pull in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, pull. Can you push the backs of your arms into the floor and maintain your imprint? These are so small, but the deep breath makes them really effective. And let's do 4 more. 4. Big exhale. 3, 2, and last one. Awesome work. Let's release that. Let your legs go back long. One more big stretch here. Send energy through your fingertips, through your toes. And then we're going to switch over to our left side. Finishing up on our left side. And coming onto that forearm. So your elbow should be right under your shoulder. And just play with what it feels like to sink in and what it feels like to lift. The top leg is going to go long. The bottom knee is bent. And if you need assistance, you're just going to take this top arm and push down through your arm and help. And it's exactly the same exercise, but less difficult for your shoulder. Okay? So let's go up, see how it feels. Lifting those hips, draw in through the tummy, reach through this long leg. We're holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower down. This time, when we go back up, I want you to think about finding your glutes a little bit more. So think about the back side of the body, okay? Big breath in, set the shoulder, really press into the floor, and we lift the hips, reach through the leg, squeeze the glutes just a little. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. You guys look strong this morning. This is third one. We're going to put a little bit of dynamic movement into it with a lift and lower. Okay, just go less is more. Tiny little lifts and lowers. We're going to come up, find your core, find your glutes. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the abs on. 5, 4, 3. Nice work. 2, and 1. Great job. Let that go. Come down to the floor. Long legs. Set up yourself with either your cushion or your arm as your pillow. I'm going to go long arm. And we're going to go into our one-way scissors. So let's draw in through the abdominals, squeeze your inner thighs and reach your legs up, point your toes. And then we go one way. The top leg goes back and they zip back together. And back and in. So it's always the same way. Bottom leg goes forward, top leg goes back. And they stay reaching and hovering. Nice job of trying to make your legs longer as you reach through them. Exhale. Inhale together. And back. And back. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, really squeeze that top glute. And last one, we're not going to quit. We're going to bring the legs together, squeeze your inner thighs, keep them hovered, lower them. Exhale, bring them back up. Can you squeeze those inner thighs even more? Draw in through the abdominals. We're almost there. Exhale, lift. You should feel this at the top of your hip, into your side body, and your legs, of course. Can you find your glutes at all? Make sure the glutes are helping the hip flexors here. And let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Great job. Let that go. Let the top leg tip over the bottom leg. Just take a second there. And let's turn all the way onto our tummy, pushing into shell. Let your thighs go wide, your tummy and chest come down to the floor. And then once you get there, push your hands into your mat, down into the floor, and just push some energy down. Releasing your tailbone towards your heels. And then let's walk our hands back to us and step forward into a low lunge. I'm just going to pad up my knee. You do the same if you need to. And I'm going to send the weight into my front foot. Stay tall here. Leaving the back leg behind you. And then whichever leg is back, that same arm is going to float up into your side bend. It's just a gentle side bend. You can rest it on your head. Just make sure you're not feeling your lower back. Your core should still be with you here in this position. Can we drop a little tension out of the shoulders? One more big breath into that back hip. And then releasing that, let's switch sides. The weight shifts ever so slightly forward, but we stay tall and stacked in our torso. And then the arm comes up, big side bend. Just stay connected with your lower abdominals here so that your back has support. And let's release that. Coming to seated, if you have your cushion, grab it. If not, that's okay too. Let your legs go wide. Your toes face up to the ceiling, and we walk out. Start to think about a round spine. Lift your tummy. Leave your sit bones on the floor. And it's like your spine is growing out of your pelvis up on a nice big angle, the shape of a rainbow. Big deep breaths here, feeling for the hamstrings. If you're not feeling anything in the hamstrings, you're going to lift the back of your rib cage up towards the ceiling. chin to chest. And let's gently walk our hands back. Cross the legs. And we'll do that one more time. So crossing the legs and walking our hands out front, leaving the legs and the pelvis and the sit bones all nice and heavy on the floor. And rounding your spine forward. You could push your hands into the floor like you're going into a modified angry cat. And releasing that. We are all done.